Well, 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 welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right, you found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of the show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait, there is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Players, since before your sun burned hot in space, and before your race was born, I have awaited players.
All right, hello and welcome all you Architects of Fate. Tonight we are playing Star Trek Adventures, Bajor Rising. The episode is Embers of the Past. And tonight, joining me, we have our, as always, excellent cast. So I would like to introduce you and what you're looking forward to have happen in this episode of Confronting Alien Godlike Beings. We have Kendrich as Lieutenant Commander Nolan Laren, one of three.
Hi, I'm that piece of equipment in your junk drawer that you don't know what to do with. Lieutenant Nolan McLaren, also Kinjeric, or one of three.
And we have Nathaniel as Lieutenant Bray'tor. Is it Bray'tor now?
Still Bray'tor.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to actually coming out of this mind meld with a little less stress than I already have.
Okay, and then joining us from this side of the veil is True Neutral as Commander Alex Morgan.
To boldly go where no one has gone before, because parking in the future is a breeze.
Yeah, I did not follow that at all. I'm good. I'm done. So what has happened is last week or last year, we found that Lieutenant Reltaok, a Bajoran member of Starfleet, became possessed by an unknown alien entity or entities that had escaped an ancient tome he had been studying and, I don't know, possibly chanting over. I think you guys heard some chanting going on. Lieutenant Bray'tor identified the source of the trouble and promptly helped everyone destroy a valuable cultural artifact of Bajor. And then decided maybe a mind meld would be a good idea to rescue Lieutenant Reltaok, who seemed to still be in there, according to the tricorder. Unfortunately, during this situation, Lieutenant Commander McLaren was injured by an attack by the entity or entities that possessed Reltaok and is lying on the floor, probably having cardiac arrest. We're not sure. But meanwhile, Lieutenant or Commanders Morgan and First Officer Thorne have been working to figure out what's going on. So what I'd like to find out is who would like to go, which group would we like to have go first?
Working to figure out what's going on is correct.
What's going on? Oh,
I mean, I can go. I'm unconscious.
you're
so gaining
unconscious. You just
consciousness.
all right. So you get your turn, and that's just lay there unconscious.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Sorry. I think I like that idea. What we're I'm gonna do another. Should I do another Mindscape? Yeah, let's do Mindscape. What does a Mindscape? What does a little dream pod look like for you? Let's just put you in puppies, kittens, the warp core.
warp core is fine.
Okay. Resources. It's resource.
That's where all the fun happens.
Resources Bajoran. Okay. All right. I'm just going to throw you in the main warp core because it's a standing set. And yeah, so that I should have had the Odyssey up on do not link. So McLaren, hopefully without your yellow crisis marker. So you're finding yourself essentially alone in the ship. It's like you're wandering around and you're in the Odyssey. Well, actually, no, you're not in the Odyssey. What was the ship you were on at Wolf 359?
Wasn't it Saratoga?
Sure, it is now.
Saratoga.
It was the Saratoga. Sorry about that. Yeah, you are wandering the decks of the Saratoga. And let me see if I can find somebody here. I'm going to do this, and you don't have to remember him. But you come across Commander Pendleton, who is the. I'd almost like it to be Commander Williamson. Would you want Commander Williamson or Commander Pendleton?
Pendleton's fine.
Okay. Then Pendleton
right,
is.
so I'm gonna.
Yep.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, he just sees you and he says, "Finally, someone's here."
I'm going to look at him and say, Commander Pendleton, you have more. You seem to be more put together than I remembered.
Oh yeah, no, I went to sleep and I all I remember is I woke up here. I can't remember anything before that.
And I'm going to think to myself, probably a good reason for that. So being the good little scientist that I am, I'm going to want to scan him to see.
Okay.
I'm going to pull up my tricorder and be like, okay, I'm going to take some readings.
Okay.
If he's really here or what's going on.
The tricorder just seems to show up in your hand and you don't remember picking it up out of your holster.
Oh. Okay. So I'm going to do my scanning.
Okay. Oh, great. And he registers as a humanoid life form. No aberrations or anything. I don't know if you can hear my dog hawking up his lung over here.
I thought that was Commander Pendleton at first, but
it was, yes. There's someone dying in the back room, and he just says, "Ignore that," and he just closes the door.
It's a red shirt.
It's a red shirt.
Shut the door.
This era, it's a gold shirt. Yeah.
So when I go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say when I scanned Commander Pendleton, did I happen to also scan like the room to see if the room was real or if I noticed anything odd about the readings?
No, the room is exactly as you'd expected. It's duranium hull. There's the warp core itself is in low power standby mode. It's not under the ship's not actively at warp. But and Pendleton says, I just get the feeling that everything we're stuck, and I think we need to get out.
I'm going to just look at him and say, is there anyone else aboard the ship or is it just you?
I haven't found
me now.
I haven't found anybody else.
Have you been able to get to the bridge, take any readings, get any kind of information? And then I'm going to do I realize it's the Saratoga?
You recognize it immediately. It's like returning. and you were on the Saratoga for a while.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
I'm going-
a quick shout out, Skate Deck, 21-month subscription, and Nat, 32-month subscription. So sorry about that.
Oh,
Yeah,
congratulations. I mean, thank you.
Yeah. Congratulations, and we're sorry.
So
Happy birthday.
I'm going to talk to him.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I'm going to say, wait, what? I lost my train of thought. Sorry.
I'm
I'm
really
trying
sorry.
to think. So, Commander Pendleton, the Saratoga, how is it still here? How are you still here? Where are we? When are we? This doesn't make any sense.
You know, I don't know how that is either. Because all I know is I woke up here. Now maybe the rest of the crew's been phase shifted into some other dimension, or kidnapped by aliens or whatever. But all I know is that we somehow have to find a way through. And I looked outside, and I think we're in a weird pocket of subspace.
Am I dead?
He takes out
I'm saying
a
that to
tricorder.
myself.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, I'm going to ask him. Am I dead? Can you scan me?
He takes the tricorder.
You're alive, but am I?
Yeah, he takes the tricorder, and he takes. Let's see. He takes the tricorder. Actually, your tricorder appears in his hand, and
He's gonna.
yeah, I would love it if anyone would share any bits. By the way, to get us a hype train. Begging for biddies now.
Okay, so I'll.
But yeah, so it appears in his hand. He does a scan. He says, "Oh, it looks fine to me." And then he holds it up and shows you, and all the stats are, on there, and you look like yourself. You look like your human self. There's no sign of Borg tech.
And I'm going to notice that. I'm going to notice my hands, and we'll be like, "Where's my?" And then I'm just going to stop because I don't want him to know. And then I'm going to say, "Okay, so I'm real. You're real.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a pocket of space.
Okay.
What do we need to do? Think.
I think all right. I know a lot. All I know is at my when I was at the academy, they gave me I was able to read up on some texts, and I think that we need to figure out if we're in a layer of subspace. I'll bet we can tunnel out using the deflector array.
That's a good idea. I've heard about that.
Yeah.
I've read something similar.
Yeah.
So we need to go to deflector control then.
Yeah, let's go there.
Okay.
Okay, and then
I'll follow you because I'm still a bit disoriented from being wherever we are.
Okay. I thought that maybe you'd he looks around uncertainly because I don't recognize the ship. So I mean I think it's in the front.
Oh,
but
right.
But beyond
I know
that,
my way around.
I don't.
Follow me. I'll get us there.
All right, and he's gonna follow you, heading toward deflector control. What I want to do is then I want to flip around to Bray'tor. And what you've got is you're facing down what appear to be 4 entities. And it's like there's waves of heat coming off of them, but the part you're facing is just sheer heat, and right behind you it's like ice cold. So you have that facing the campfire kind of feeling.
Okay.
And what would you like to do?
Are the entities, what are they doing? I mean, I know where I am. I know where we are. I'm not well versed in Bajoran lore to know what these creatures are.
Okay. So they're and the most thing you can come up with is like they're fire demons from any mythology you want to throw at it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna flip into the story voice for this.
Understand.
Leave us, little thing, or we will remove your pitiful existence before it is time.
I just start walking past them.
Okay.
Straight.
Yep. Just take a straight line.
Yeah, straight
toward-
for the lieutenant.
Okay. So as you head toward one of them, and I'm going to give them Meanie, Mo, and Jack names for right now. Oops. All right. Give me a second I'm just going to give them some tags because I hadn't done so.
Didn't think of names.
Well, I got names, but I really don't want to put them up yet. Come on, you're black on white. We're just absolutely going this way. One is named W. One has a V as in Victor, as in Victor. One has a K as in knife. And one has an M as in modem. Okay. Can you see those okay? All right. So the V and W figures interpose themselves between you and, they both move to block your way. And I think we established they're about 8.5 feet tall. You feel the heat from them, and it does look like they're preparing to kind of power up to do something. And you see kind of these tendrils of fire. I don't want to use tentacles because that gets chat too excited when tentacles is thrown around. So these tendrils of fire and flame tend to start coming out of their bodies, they're heading for possible. Your tactical sense says possible attack.
Okay. I'm just going to. What's going to happen is, since this is a mind type thing,
Mhm.
in the background they just start hearing the beats of the drum, kind of like war drums in a sense.
Yes.
Oh, you have
okay,
no idea.
it.
You have no idea what I have planned.
Well, no, not yet, but I'm excited to be surprised.
So I'm from two worlds that are incredibly hot. So this heat that they're producing is like summertime for me. So.
Well, that's true.
So I keep walking right up to them, and my first words to the first set of creatures is, "With fire and steel did the gods forge the first Klingon hearts."
So wait, are you proposing to him?
No, I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going to basically recant the story of the first Klingon hearts and go through the whole thing, shebam, about how the beat of the Klingon heart was the most powerful weapon in the world.
Oh, okay. I'm with you. Okay. They're going to they're not super thrilled with the whole cultural exchange at this point. The let me oops. Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to, I kind of screwed up on two of my guys, but that's okay, because I'm the only one that knows what I did. You could lie behind the GM screen. Who's gonna know? I just misassigned the names. Okay, so the two that are really excited about the war, and it's like, well, let's see how the Klingon heart deal. Whoops, hold on, I got to do the story.
Let's see how the Klingon heart deals with this.
And W and V both attempt an attack. Both attempt to kind of just take a whomping big tentacle and just wail on you with it. And at the same time, M is going to be talking to you about they're so great that they lost to the Federation every time. So you got some mocking things going on, and you've got some physical attacks going on.
Okay, well, with the mocking attacks, it doesn't really bother me because, my pride's been I have pride, but I'm more focused on the overall goal at the end.
Okay.
So with W and V, as soon as they start their attacks on me, I'm just proceeding right past them because in my mind, they are just they're just parasites trying to survive off this innocent life form. So they have absolutely no power.
Okay. Man, that sounds like a value. Do you have a value in there about that or not?
Yeah, I do. It's called Sing Your Death Song and Die Like a Hero.
Okay.
Going home. Yeah.
I do kind of like the value. I'm rubber, you're glue. That sounds like the other version of it.
Yeah.
So
not really.
So no. But the attempted psychological attacks seem not to do too well. The two physical attacks, what I need is a security and fitness if you want to evade them or if you just want to soak it up. That makes sense.
Well, I will take the attacks full on, but I will be activating one of my talents, which is called the Bray'tor.
Yep. That one's the always on soak up, tank the hit, right?
Yeah.
I think it takes out a point or two of stress.
I get 2 resistance to non-lethal attacks, and technically this isn't.
It's
not really.
Oh no! It's for all intents and purposes, it's an attack. We're working on dream rolls here.
Yeah.
It's all built into you. So they're going to take a shot at you. They're going to take a couple of shots at you. Like I said, if you want to take the hit, just and deal with it as a pain stick thing, right? That's where we're headed.
Yeah.
Okay. You're just going to show them they have no power over you. So I need to find out, are you doing this logically or are you doing it because you're a Klingon badass?
This is the Klingon side of me. We haven't got to the Vulcan part of me yet. So.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely going to throw them for a loop, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
They both obviously lash onto you. They both grab your arms. They're going to do the whole suspended thing. We're going to do Spider-Man in the subway. And they're going to take, so what this is going to be is it's going to be your daring or your presence. It's up to you, and your security. This is basically to kind of resist It's your force of will. It's like you retreating into your, not retreating, but you being in your core. That makes sense. So I need and it's up to you if a daring and security roll, and it's gonna probably be a difficulty level 4. So you'll need 4 successes to kind of either negate or whatever the damage, and it's probably going to be fairly painstaking. It could go all the way from tingling to kind of crippling, depending on how bad things go. And all the momentum is available to you.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend 1 momentum to get an extra die.
Okay. You do need 4. You do need 4 successes.
I'll just have to reroll. Actually, give me half a second.
Totally fine. While you're at it, Drew, I'm going to switch to you while Nathaniel's out. That's okay. I do like that Ken's just sitting in front of his command console. It's like, that's kind of fun. I feel like we all got our backgrounds, though. I'm really proud of go us. Commander Morgan, you have a lieutenant who is deeply mind molded and he is jolted. Nathaniel, what we did was we're flipping quick to Morgan while you're about to do it. Okay, sorry, I forgot that people don't have this shit like I do. Lieutenant Bray'tor is locked in a mind meld. You haven't quite seen somebody with this level of like just a fierce face. It's really weird seeing a Klingon doing a mind outwardly appearing Klingon doing a mind meld, even though you know that there's more to it. And it is a savage curl. It's none of this serene garbage the Vulcans use. This is pretty snarly. Elora is hovering over McLaren, and she's going to need your assistance for medical.
Yeah, I'm going to let Lieutenant Bray'tor do Lieutenant Bray'tor stuff. At this point, I've dealt with the lieutenant enough to trust him in his task there, and I'm going to go render aid to McLaren.
Okay. Do you have any medical foci that I should be, any hidden medical talents I should be aware of?
Nope.
How about it was been nice knowing you as a value, maybe?
Always have an exit strategy.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, death is the ultimate.
That's a value.
One of those. Yeah. That's a value.
Every problem has a solution is a value. Leave no one behind.
Leave no one behind is absolutely a good idea.
Starfleet is my family. I got all kinds of good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh man, those are all good values. So if you want to use one, you can spend a point of determination.
Oh yeah.
Which is an automatic critical success. If you need it, just letting you know that
we're putting that in the pocket.
You keep that in your pocket. Okay. And you're both going to basically be doing some rolling for medical. Yeah, we won't let the assimilation tubules get too far out of control here.
Wow, 2D 209, huh?
Yeah, we'll just do that. So this is for me rolling, essentially. What I want to do is have you and the commander do things. I don't know what your medical skill is.
Yeah, we could be in some trouble.
Oh, what do you remember your medical skill?
It's 1.
Do you have it? Okay, yeah, I'd say that wasn't probably the best idea.
I'm an intelligence officer. I'm, espionage and stealth and.
No one gets hurt on one of those. Nobody gets hurt on these missions.
He takes people apart. He doesn't put them back together.
Yep, that's just psychologically. So what we're gonna do is do you mind assisting her then? She has like a medical.
Yeah, I'll do the assist.
Okay, so she has a 12 as a chance. I don't know what yours is. Yours would be medical and control.
13.
Oh, maybe you should take the lead. You want to push her out of the way and say, no, I have a better idea?
I got this.
Okay. So she'll assist you with her 11.
Scalpel. Oh, wait. What
All
am I
right.
doing? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. She'll take this first die. The results of this first die is hers. All right, she rolled a 6. She got 1 success. What do you add to the pot?
So what's the difficulty?
Well, it's going to be 2.
Maybe 2. All right. So I need one. If I succeed, then hers counts. Control.
Pretty much any.
Yeah, I have no. Okay.
You got no control.
Oh, I got a 1 and a 10.
All right, that's 3 altogether.
Yeah.
You've not only stabilized Lieutenant McLaren, believe it or not, you've done such a good job that Lieutenant McLaren actually gets up and is a bit stiff, bit weird.
I get up acting
and
like I knew what I'm doing.
Starts, yeah, and he gets up and he starts walking out the door.
Oh, okay. Stop, Lieutenant Commander.
Pretty sure he doesn't hear you. Just starts heading out the door.
Yeah, we're gonna give chase. I mean, is he running or walking or?
He's just walking. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Is he's walking.
I'm gonna walk by, and as I walk by, I'm gonna look at Lieutenant Bray'tor doing Lieutenant Bray'tor things, because I don't know much about Vulcan mind melds or Klingon mind melds for that matter. And
yeah, nobody knows about Klingon mind melds till now.
And I'm gonna look back at Alara and shrug and go after the walking.
The walking lieutenant. Okay. And yeah, that's kind of hilarious. So we'll what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip back to the fireplanes, and I think you just sent me some serious critical successes with an eye roll.
Yeah, that's your 4 successes.
There's 4 successes. Yep. So congrats. That took care of that. Took them out, and so they've lashed onto you. You know, the obvious, just trying to pour it on doesn't seem to work so well for them. So that's, and actually there's the
oh, finally a worthy opponent. Ah, ha, 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 ha.
You get the picture. I've really got to work on being a better villain. And
well, I do hear that there's another group that plays supervillains. I mean, you can probably tune into that, but you can probably tune into their channel, maybe get some pointers.
No, they're just as pathetic as this.
One
of them's a dog. One of them's a chihuahua. What?
I've tried to tell him that there's no familiars in Star Trek Adventures, but he won't listen.
Oh no, that's ISIS.
ISIS?
Not the other ISIS. ISIS from Gary 7.
Oh, back on
and
the
also
chair.
Cat's Paw. And also Cat's Paw.
He has to have a chair right next to me in my office, otherwise he's not happy. So.
Oh,
but actually, there was a familiar in TNG. Spot.
Yeah,
that's true. Well, that's
chilly.
Star
Trek is surprisingly chilly. So yeah, we've got so you're basically able to resist the attacks they have, and yeah, because I'm not really, we can't really make you feel bad about your childhood.
Yeah,
it's easy to bait a Spock.
Yeah, with them lashed on, I just wrap my hands around the cords and just start pulling, and keep walking straight towards the lieutenant, and the drum beats get louder.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be funnier. I'm fearing that like if Kayla shows up as a 20-foot tall giant, I'm gonna be a little pissed. I'd be surprised. I'd be a little bit shocked. So basically you're dragging them behind you like giant parade balloons. They are attempting to resist, so it's gonna be your what's it called? What's the physical skill? Again, fitness. And it's fitness and security to kind of drag them with you. Okay, 3. Yeah, that's pretty good. And also, I think you may have used up one that comes back in the bank. So you can drag them forward. And you're nearing Reltaok, who is in not great shape. And M and K. Why did I do this? Okay, M and K. They're like James Bond section heads, apparently, is how I'm doing this. Start whispering in Reltaok's ears. And you can't make out what it is, but given what they tried to do to you, it feels like they're talking smack about his mom, kind of thing. They're making him feel bad about himself. And Reltaok starts looking at you with real disdain in his eyes. So and starts talking about why did you leave people behind? Why did you let him die? And why aren't you helping my people?
I look to him and say, I am but one person. One person cannot save an entire world. That is an impossible feat for one person to accomplish. I can save as many as I possibly can as a man. I saved a life today as a man. I am currently saving a life as a man. I'd like to use one of my talents right now.
Sure.
Called diffuse the tension.
This is where you crack a joke, right?
No.
I think it's any social situation. You can decrease the difficulty of.
I'm attempting to persuade someone not to go violent. I'm not the lieutenant. I'm trying to convince him not to use violence on me.
Yep. Or I'll also go with he wasn't necessarily going to use violence on you, but he's definitely going through hatred. So yeah. It's the same idea. Yeah.
Hatred usually leads to said violence. Klingons are wonderful.
We're good at that.
Example of that.
Yep. So he is gonna listen to your words on that, and go ahead.
I would like to take the 2 that are lashed onto me and basically use them as ball and chain and whack the other 2.
Yeah, we're gonna go Kratos on this. Yeah, I'll need a. Well, you did do pretty well. If you do as well with your next security and fitness roll, I think you'll have fun with that. So you're gonna start winging them out, and before you wing them out, I'm gonna switch back over to a guy who's just wandering the frickin' halls of the spaceship. Where are we at here? Sorry, I hate to say it, I really get off on you guys on making sure that you guys don't get your full action. Really enjoy doing that for you.
Typical man.
Typical man. Right, copy. It's going to put you into a corridor because you're walking down the hallway, and Pendleton's like, This is great. We really do need to get to deflector control. Because we can open up that subspace portal, no problem. And fix the interplexing beacon and do all kinds of cool stuff.
That's exactly what I had in mind, was the interplexing beacon.
Yep.
Glad to see we're on the same page.
Yep. Oh no, this is great. This is fantastic. And he says, you're Lieutenant Commander 3, right?
Nolan McLaren,
Good job.
actually.
Good job, 3. Good job. I mean, McLaren. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's passing through whatever I just did. I think it's this region of subspace that we're trapped in that I just can't remember what happened.
Understood, sir. Understood. Deflector control should be right up here. Gonna keep walking.
Okay.
Do I make it to deflector control?
Yeah, if you want to.
Actually, I want to talk to him a little bit more, so I'm gonna kind of take my time.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, Commander Pendleton, how did you end up on the Saratoga?
I don't know. I
The last
just appeared here. What?
the last time I saw you, we were on Bajor.
Yeah, that was a flash. His eyes flashed some serious panic and fury. If you could put those two together, one in each eyeball, well, that's what you see. Like he did not like the word Bajor at all. He says, "Oh yeah, that was. I'm glad I'm done with that place. I'm so glad I can move on from there."
I'm starting to see. I noticed that. Do I notice the flash and stuff in his eyes?
Oh yeah. No, I told it to you. No, you see it.
Okay. So I'm going to notice that, and I'm going to start to get suspicious. I'm going to ask him, do you remember what our mission was on Bajor, sir? Keep walking.
It's fuzzy. All I remember is it involved getting rid of people, involved killing, involved chaos. That's us, right?
I'm gonna stop, and I'm just gonna look at him, and I'm gonna say, no, sir, that was not our mission. Our mission was never to hurt or kill anyone. Our mission was to help gain information about the occupation of Bajor and the condition of the Bajorans, and to send it back to Starfleet to get evidence of war crime.
Okay. He's just all right. Damn, how do I make him do a saving throw versus being a dick? All right, so we'll just roll something here. And okay. He's really not containing this whole thing as well anymore. He's saying that the Bajorans, I don't think that we're saving anymore, Lieutenant Commander. We've got to get out of here. We got to get back. We got to get back to Starfleet. They're not worth saving. The weak should not be saved. I think that's a new philosophy that Starfleet needs to adopt. We don't have enough resources for this.
The weak. I'm just kind of taken aback, but I'm like, but that goes in against everything that you took an oath to protect as a Starfleet officer. How can you say things like that?
I took an oath, and now he's just gonna start on that verge of monologuing. Oh, the oaths I took, and now he just kind of swells that down, and we need to get to deflector control if we're going to settle anything.
Why are you so concerned with getting deflector control?
Well, I want to get out of this space. I want to leave.
But why are you so determined to leave? What is keeping you here to start with? Why could you not have gone to deflector control and gotten yourself out of it?
It's not my ship. So I don't know where deflector control is. And obviously,
so
and
I'm
obviously, you know that is just an absolute lie. So I'm assuming you know that
Right.
already.
I'm gonna play along.
Okay.
I'm gonna go very well. And I'm just gonna continue walking towards deflector control. But during this time, I'm gonna be thinking of a way to incapacitate him or contain him without him knowing that I'm doing so,
Okay.
under the guise of using the deflectors to get out of here.
Okay. So you are taking him to deflector control, though.
Yes, I'm gonna pretend like everything's okay for right now. I'm just gonna take him with me because I don't want him to let him know that I realize something's kind of up, even though he probably already does.
Well, go ahead with a presence and either security or whatever other skill you think would allow you to lie like a thief. Generally, it'd be security or command. Those are tend to be your two deceitful skills.
Well, my presence is 8 and security is 3, so that's 11.
What's command?
I can do. Command's 1.
Okay, well,
I'm not very commanding.
no. If you want to baffle him with science bullshit or medical bullshit, you can do that instead to kind of cover. Mostly, I'm thinking you're trying to cover that you're on to him. And
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, and if you want to kind of mask it under technobabble, you could use medical. If you wanted to do something like that. So this is just an attempt to cover your tracks instead.
Well, my medical's only 4, so it's only 1 more than my security.
Oh, okay.
My science is 5.
Oh yeah, you can throw that in if you want.
Okay, so I'll do science and present. So that's 8.
Okay.
10, 12, 13.
Yeah, so you'll need 2 successes to kind of like throw him off a bit.
Okay, well, I got a 5 and a 17.
Okay, well, do you have any focus that might apply?
What about? Well, I wouldn't know this. Never mind. I started to say orb encounter, but I don't know. This isn't an orb encounter, so I can't use something like that.
You know, I'm not going to say it's not an orb encounter of a kind.
True.
I mean, because you guys, I will. No, you throw the orb encounter on. You can invoke it because I know you're not meta playing that badly. I mean, this is the way it goes. But you do get the sense that you're dealing with some kind of a weird orb experience, or you treat it like that. It's starting to feel like that to you.
Yeah.
So you might be able to take advantage to kind of twist things a little to your advantage. So I'll let that go for a critical success then, because if we can get one of your focuses in, that 5 automatically rolls to 2 successes. I'm a really super nice GM because I don't want people to be sad.
Oh, I'm sure it'll come back later.
But speaking of people being sad, someone's going for a walk on you, Lieutenant Commander. Your Lieutenant Commander is just taking a big old walk.
He's leaving. He went out into the hallway.
Oh yeah, hunted down the hallway.
All right.
And so they got you in here. Copy. You do have a tricorder if you want to use it.
Being the good intelligence officer that I am, on the way out the door, I'm going to look back at Alara and point at Bray'tor and be like, he might need medical help whenever this is over. Maybe you should stay here.
Okay. Will do. It's like, okay. She's still she's gonna go over and figure out what's up.
Basically, I don't want her tagging along because as an intelligence officer, I'm going to try to gather information and follow McLaren and see what's going on using my I have surveillance and counter surveillance as a focus.
So how are you? Yeah, that's a good point.
I want to figure out where
It's
he's going.
just,
He just got up and walked away. He was just on the
He
floor.
just got up and walked away.
And he got up and walked
So
away, and I want to know why.
yeah, he's walking. He's walking with a purpose, but it's also like he's not really. His eyes aren't. You notice his eyes aren't focusing really on anything. Yet he is navigating the hallways with complete dexterity.
Yeah, I mean, go back to the old TNG when someone's following somebody else through the hallway, just like we see here. That's kind of what I'm doing. Is
Yeah.
back against the wall.
Yeah. And like I said, it's like he's either controlled or in trance or something like that. That's what you glean from your surveillance, and because you're also seeing without being seen, so you're getting a lot of that stuff. That's a good point. Did that go out to the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Or Nathaniel?
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, okay, I see it. Usually it sometimes pops up before our things. So he's he's headed out. He does stop, and now he's just stopped.
Just stopped in the middle of the hallway?
He stopped in the middle of the hallway. Literally just standing catatonic in the middle of the hallway. People are walking around him. They're avoiding him. And he's taking no action or...
All right, I want to seal him off
notice
in a section. Go over to the wall and tap on the pad and seal him off.
Okay. Do you want the air in there?
Oh,
Is air
yeah,
optional?
air's good. But I do want, if
check
there's like a wall pad in that section, I want to I want to disconnect that.
Yep. This is just a kind of a routine security and let me see, security in either control or reason.
Control and security. Yeah,
Sure.
that's a 17. We'll go with that.
Oh, good God.
Difficulty?
What?
Yeah, control
Wait
is
a
12.
minute,
I'm an intelligence officer. Control's 12.
I know.
12,
I just picked your
security's
two
5.
best. That is. By the way, I think that's the theoretical upper limit of a stat in the game.
Yeah, I think it is.
So I just walked into that rate.
How many successes?
All right, here we go. At this point, as many as you get. You just need one because it's really just sort of you just need to tell it, isolate the section.
Ready. I mean, yeah, I got a 15 and a 6, so we're good. 2.
15 and a 6, 2 successes. Your team that allows you to bank one for the team or impose. Well, you can bank one for the team, or you could spend one and impose an additional condition on the force field. But I don't know what that condition would be. So
yeah, like if he, you know what, if he tries to go through a force field, I want it to, like, I know he's XB, obviously, I want to, rotate the shield harmonic so he can't just Borg through it.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do that will cost, one of your bank plus one bank plus your overage. Yep. Okay. Just wanted to make sure we're all good with our.
I'm just trying to make sure he stays there, because then I'm going to go find out what's going on with.
Okay. So you're leaving him catatonic.
Yeah.
All right. And then you're effing off back to the hall.
Back through the door. I mean, how far did we get down the hallway? Did we get pretty far?
You got a ways. You got a ways, and the number of turns he took. What I'd like is an insight and engineering.
Alrighty.
If you want to take a wild guess where he's headed, because we're all good role players.
Difficulty?
1.
Alrighty. Insight. I got an 8 and a 30. Yeah, I got 1. 8 and a 13. So.
Okay. He's headed somewhere toward the front of the ship, in the secondary hull. So it's somewhere near the very front of the ship.
Yeah.
And who knows what's up there. There's deflector dish, there's matter recycling.
Yeah, as a good commander, as a good,
there's
Starfleet commander, I would know kind of what's
the bowling alley. Those are all the things that are up at the front of the ship that you could think about.
all right. Yeah, and then I'm gonna.
There was a bowling alley right next to the shuttle bay. It was beautiful.
Oh, and I want to set a warning. I don't want any personnel walking through this area. So
yeah, I think people are pissed because this is the way to the lunchroom.
right, they're gonna have to go around and take a Jeffries tube, something.
Okay, that's their problem.
Not a lot of them outrank me at this point, so.
I'm assuming that at that point also you alerted security that this was a thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
I will post I want a guard posted on each
Okay,
side.
we'll send down a guard. Oh God. Okay, yeah, I gotta dig up 2 people that I really don't want to see ever again.
Make sure they have red shirts.
Yeah. Oh my God. Let's oops, nope, that's the wrong one. That's this one. Okay. You're here. I'm gonna pretend that 2 Vulcans show up.
Vulcans, cool. Awesome.
Those are the ones I had quickly. Then I need. I don't really have a good force field logo. I'm gonna do this. Copy, paste. Whoops.
I was gonna say he's probably got something like the pain chamber he's gonna put on.
I'm gonna put the pain chamber on. We're gonna bring the hurt. Okay, I'm doing this. This is because this is my only source of artistic expression. Yeah, I believe they're called Deadman. Your name's Deadman? No, it's Deadman, sir. Deadman. Opacity. We're gonna give it big opacity, and we're gonna bring. Right. Away. I don't know why I'm bringing this all the way to the front. All right. See, that way he's in front of the force field. And we're going to have to off. So they don't appear. Yeah, this I've given up on imagination. I play Star Trek. Okay, so we got these 2 people. Are you sticking around until the guards show up? Or are you going to just assume the guards will make it? And that I pasted them into the scene already. Drew, you were muted.
Yeah, it helps if I click that little clicky button. That's a requirement of this thing. Yeah, no, I'm assuming that they're gonna get be pretty prompt and not dawdle, and I'm gonna take off.
Okay, they finished their coffee and they're on their way down. You head back to her, and I believe it is. Are we back to Bray'tor, right? Okay, I'm just trying to make sure all of you get 3 minutes, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you putting up with. Hey, I'm not the one that split the party. Well, actually, technically, I am. Okay. Yeah, you were about to basically just start smashing people into other things. So what I need is this is definitely going to call on what your mind meld talent, which is I believe it was your daring plus half your daring, is you're trying to do kind of a reality warping thing, I think. Or do you want to just do this as if it were just the reality of the thing?
Well, I mean, for me, I know it's the mind meld thing. For them, it is actual. I don't know if they understand if it's reality. It's actual reality, but I don't know. It's basically your call.
Okay. Well, let's do it with the. Yeah, let's not make this like Neo in the Matrix. Let's do some real shit. All right. So you do take them. It is, again, it's going to be security plus your because it's throwing things, it's going to be fitness. Since it's going to be heavyweight, so security and fitness, and you're wrangling them. They're going to resist. So what I'm going to do is have it be number of successes against number of successes. And to give you an idea, they'll each be rolling 2 dice, or 2 dice, and yeah, they'll be each rolling 2 dice, and they've got about a 14 to give you an idea of what you may want to buy for dice. So you'll be competing against 4 dice altogether, if that makes sense. And they'll have a crit range of 3 because their talent is I don't want to get my ass beat.
Yeah,
That's
go get
their.
more dice.
I need all the dice.
I'll borrow my dice
Also,
back. There you go.
Here you go. Here's the dice. Yeah, hand it over.
I got a couple of them.
We really do need to. We really need to do that one day as a group and just hand things across our screens.
This one I hand carved out of leather.
Oh, it looks fantastic.
Thanks. Appreciate it. He's back.
He's doing more math than his taxes.
Okay.
Can also spend a point of determination. I think.
Yeah.
I know that does not count against your dice pool.
No. Well, see, the good thing is with diffuse the tension, that automatically gives me a 3rd die.
That was diffusing the tension to make Reltaok not hate you.
Yeah, and this is going to be the attack that I'm using that talent on.
Okay, I think I understand where you're going. Okay.
So, I mean, these two, like M and K, are trying to convince him to attack me. So, I'm attacking the 2 that are causing the problem. So, hopefully that works. So.
Sure, I will allow it.
So
we all need to calm down and have a drink, and then you just
the logical part of it.
That's kind of how I think of. That's how I think of it. It's the Obi-Wan. Let me buy you something. The little one's not worth the effort, as opposed to smashing somebody with a mace. I'm diffusing your tension.
Yeah. I'll spend 1 momentum to buy a 4th dice for this roll, and.
4th die for the roll.
And on your wonderful advice, I will pop determination. My 2nd one.
Okay. The second
I popped the first one last session.
Oh, okay. Shoot. Oh, did you get 2 points? You had 2 points of determination, didn't you?
I have a total of 3.
What the hell did I give you all that for? All right. I've been too liberal with this. I'm just gonna have to be stingy.
You're very generous to us, DM, and we appreciate all the fun. All the fun you do.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I only had 1. If it makes any difference.
Well, I mean, hey, I can just have 2. That's fine.
Oh no, that's okay. I just wanted to double check.
So yeah. So I popped. First time was my mind to your mind, which got me into this mess. And I'm going to pop. Yeah, since it's playing in the background as I'm walking towards saving this kid, sing your death song and die like the hero going home.
Oh, all right. Here's the deal. The values are okay. Well, we'll work it out. Afterward.
Yeah.
Yep. So what we'll do is get you to. All right. That's an automatic 2. Now I've got to roll my guys. I'm gonna have to roll in front of everybody, and it pisses me off. I feel the bad guys did very well today. Okay, so evil generated 5 momentum. You got 7? If I'm counting fingers and toes correctly.
Well, I got a 1, a 5, a 9, and another 5. So
Yep, that'll do it.
that makes a total of 5 if my math is correct. With my popped determination, that makes 7 total.
Yep, that'll do it. So yep. Yeah, it did only beat by 2, so I have to remember this was actually quite close. The momentum doesn't get banked; it just gets evaporated in the fight. But you do manage to slam these 2 into W and V, hit M and K. They're basically of like, energy or composition. They're of like kind. So you just use them against each other. And there's just a huge conflagration. And you probably shield your eyes at this, and we're gonna do it because I don't have the effects budget. But at the end of it, you kind of hope that whatever the flashback was didn't kill Reltaok.
Well, if I could, I would just kind of try and superimpose myself right in front of Reltaok to at least protect him as much backlash as possible.
Yeah, he's literally kind of surrounded by him, so that was going to be a tough thing. But I do get where you're headed.
Super body block.
So what happens is they do all blend together after your Super Smash Bros. Thing into a larger entity, which is T. And
what a foolish waste of effort. This is going to happen. I will be free. We will all be free. You have no idea that you've been wasting your time here.
And there's a get while the getting's good clause if you want to see if you can make a grab, because he's not near Reltaok now. He's hovering way up. Let's do this. I'm gonna do this. He's hovering way up there. You did throw everybody into everybody else. You came pretty near Reltaok. So he is within grabbing distance, if that makes sense. So the next round, because right now we've got the good old gloat thing going.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
I got a plan for it, so.
You got a plan for it?
Yeah.
Okay. And what I do is McLaren, no, and now we go back to Hey, you haven't started walking again? And
yeah, we started walking.
And then suddenly you're kind of stopped because the air around you is kind of weird. And that's rough. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Pendleton gets just completely irate at this point. He is, because he's, well, how far are we from deflector control?
We shouldn't be very far, but we don't seem to be able to go any further.
And at this point, Pendleton's eyes literally are now on fire. So he says, we have to get there, and puts his hand on the wall, on the shimmery part in front of you, that shimmery thing, and just flame erupts out of his hand, and it just burns a giant hole in this thing. Yeah. So I don't know if you're dealing with Commander Pendleton anymore at this point.
I want to take a step back and say, who are you? You're not Commander Pendleton.
And he turns to you. He's probably going to lay hands on you, just to let you know.
Oh,
I don't know why I need to ask about that, but yeah, he's going to attempt. He's gonna just grab onto your arm. If you want to just kind of let that happen, or if you want to resist, he's just gonna grab your arm and say,
I am older and more angry than you could possibly imagine, and you will help me now.
"Did I scare a kid?"
no, you didn't scare a kid. They can't hear you. It'd be funny if you did, though.
And he basically just starts bodily, kind of shoves you through the hole and stumbles you onto that deflector room, deflector control.
Okay, so I'm in deflector control now.
If you want to be
against my will.
Yes, I do. Okay. I do this under duress. Just hold up a finger. Yeah.
Yeah. You're very strong. Okay.
We'll get some yeah, we're gonna put some flaming on him. Yes.
He's flaming.
He's flaming.
Am I getting any kind of idea of what he could be, or
how much
from our time on Bajor?
Well, how much brain power, how much effort did you put into studying your briefing? Did you guys do anything beyond the basics of Bajor, occupation, bad, kind of stuff?
I don't think so, because we weren't even familiar with the orb count, like what the orb encounters were until it happened. So
yeah, Starfleet would have just said they're Methodists and not delved any deeper. I have a feeling they would have just said, it's a religion, and then deeply spiritual. So from your orb stuff though, you're and also obviously Bray'tor, from the orb stuff, you've got a definite thing of like, these are some supernatural, these are some some bizarre entities, these are some really unusual life forms that exist. They're non-corporeal, they can affect reality and live in your head. They're in some way telepathic. Oh, what's going on? And but you don't have anything specific. You can't tie it to anything specific about the prophets, or about what we all know that they are, but we're dancing around it.
I can't trace it back to Bajor, basically what's happening.
Well, there was a Bajoran. There was a Bajoran, and he had a Bajoran book, and then he shot dead, and then this showed up. You can follow the logic through. I mean, you're pretty sure this is something of Bajor. He really hated the phrase, but he really hated Bajor, it seems. You could maybe use that.
Right. So I'm going to say, so why are you wanting me to punch through this subspace, this field? What is the purpose of this? Why are you so wanting to leave so badly?
You think I want to be here in this beige hotel when I could be destroying everything? Come now, there's so much to destroy.
Well, if you're so powerful,
especially those who imprisoned me.
You're so powerful, then what do you need me to get out of here for? Who imprisoned you exactly?
Others of my kind that lacked my vision. They imprisoned all of us. But I will open up the way. I will open up the way to the temple.
Okay, that doesn't answer my question. Why, if you're so powerful, can't you get yourself out? Why bring me here for all this?
Your hands are of use to me.
I was going to look at my hands and be like,
I was going to say something else.
okay.
And he just points and says, operate the controls and set a chronoton radiation burst to these coordinates. And then he just feeds them into the console. Or shows you what they are. They appear on the console.
Do I recognize the coordinates?
Let me see. You need a con, C-O-N-N, and control, C-O-N-T-R-O-L.
My control is 10. My con is 1. So 11.
You ain't steering spaceships. But with one, just one success is all you need.
Okay, so I got a 2 and a 3.
Damn, brother. Okay. So maybe I should set the difficulty. See, I set the difficulty low because I figured, give him a clue. So you guys you can bank that, or you can get additional data. You realize that the coordinates are within the Bajoran solar system.
Okay.
Like as far as you know, it's empty space. It's not like, hey, there's a base there.
It's not like to a planet or something like that. It's just the empty part of space.
Yes, and you can get, it's an empty part of space, pretty far out from the star.
Okay. So I'm going to notice that. I'm going to say these coordinates go to an empty part of space, pretty far out from the star. What is there?
My salvation.
Okay, and what do you think? If you inhabited the body of Commander Pendleton, you are familiar with Starfleet ideals and principles. What makes you think I would release you so that you can go on a destruction of terror through this area of space?
You have no choice.
All right. He's going to try and put the willpower whammy on you.
And I'm going to say, resistance is never futile.
Damn it. All right. Yes. Basically, yeah. One of the other things he's going to do is he's going to say, so who was number 2 and who was number 3? As while he's physically attacking you, he's also going to try and make you relive. Where were the other 2?
And I'm just gonna have flashback. Are you asking me that, or is he like?
He's gonna ask that. He's just gonna make you remember them, and it's up to you how much freaking trauma you want to self-inflict.
And I'm just gonna say they were crewmates on this very ship. This ship that you brought me back to. They were very good friends, and we all experienced this trauma together. Arr.
Okay, hold on. I'm just going to bring them here. They look amazingly like these 2 guys.
They turn into the security guards.
Let me see. Yeah, so I'm just going to go with what is it? Yeah, so they're gonna appear in front of you, right, wreathed in fire. 3 of 3 is gonna be saying, "I still haven't returned the Yahtzee game you lent me," and you owe me. And 2 of 3 is you owe me $7. But he brings those 2 dead crewmates back in front of you, and they're fucking borged out. So if I had any good sense, I would have brought one. Never mind.
I'm gonna see them and be like, "Oh no! Why are you showing me them? There was nothing I could do to help them."
Hey, I'll set them. Whoops.
I'll set them free. Just enter the coordinates and fire the beam.
I'm gonna look at the panel and I'm gonna look at them and I'm gonna say, "Very well. You leave us no choice." And as he notices, I start speaking in the we
Okay.
will comply.
Okay, that's
And then
weird. Yeah.
it's just because I'm in proximity to them.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's like, okay.
So it's like triggering a little bit.
Okay.
And so I'm going to begin tapping on the console, and I'm saying this is going to take a moment. We are overloading the EPS conduits in order to reconfigure the deflector shield to a frequency that would permit the photonic emitters to introduce us to a new phasic state.
Oh, that was good. I'm gonna.
And I'm just
Yep.
tapping away.
Is
There you go.
the tapping away accomplishing anything, or are you just subterfuging him?
I'm fighting with myself because I'm torn. Like the individual me wants to stop him, but the org of me wants to comply and do what's better for the collective, which is what I see with the other two people there.
Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip back to McLaren, who now, or not McLaren. Sorry, the other guy, the other commander. Yeah, we're going to flip back to Morgan. So Morgan,
I'm here.
you get about halfway down the hallway. You're almost back to the door, and you get an alert that the security field you put up has been breached.
Son of a biscuit.
But you can retrieve somebody if you want to. You can retrieve the first officer if you want to.
Retrieve them.
The first, if you want to get the first officer, have her come with you, or if you want to just go down and try and find.
Yeah, if he breached the force field, I should probably get some backup.
Okay. By now, the medical team has arrived in the quarters. Okay. Oh, goodness. Well, I think we can wrap this shit up in a second. I think we're getting close. Right? No? No, I like the number of, I like 5 Lieutenant Morgans, or Commander Morgans, but I need something a little better here. So the security team has arrived, or the medical team has arrived at the room, so they can take care of Bray'tor if necessary, as well as 2 security guards. Who do you want to have meet you at deflector control?
Commander Thorne.
Okay, just you and her to limit the
And
damage. Because you could have extra people meet you at.
yeah, I
the
should probably have
location.
a security detail meet us. I mean,
Okay.
I know they're just headed towards the front of their ship, right? Can I do like
Yes.
can I do like a computer locate?
Oh, yep. Computer locate. And it is he is in deflector control, and there's not there are stacks of bodies, which is nice.
All right, yeah. Security meet me in deflector control.
Okay, and what I'm gonna do is, oh, this is gonna be weird. You'll forgive me because I now have to make a main engineering dream and reality. Okay. Is this all gonna work for everybody? Ooh, you have fire on you. I'm putting fire on you. Lieutenant McLaren is standing in front of the the control panel and has begun tapping in yeah. I'm gonna have to forgive me, I don't have a token for this person yet. But this is Irina Voss, who is an Andorian female, and maybe I do have a copy of her. Forgive me, guys. I apologize. I thought I had her token somewhere, but I don't. And we're going to change her color here in a minute. Format options, recolor blue because she's Andorian. It's not racist. Okay.
Be speciesist.
You'll be speciesist. So we got an Andorian, which you kind of recognize her on site.
An Andorian and a human walk into engineering.
Yes. They say, "What are you doing here?" And then Alara is there. And then they have the friends of the the poor guards. All the security on the ship is Vulcan, apparently. That's just gonna happen. Two. And Vulcan 3. Okay. So you guys are standing around. The engineer, who I also don't know is present. Security chief, science officer, chief engineers, Jaxel Thorne, who is, I believe, a friend of yours and Bray'tor's old academy instructor, because everyone on the ship is Bray'tor's old academy instructor. If I remember correct, if I remember our
The conspiracy.
I remember our conspiracy. It was all of them in his grades. Oh, come on. There he is. Jaxel's there. Okay. All right. So Jaxel's there. It's the chief engineer. He's recognizing that he's modulating the deflector control to something. He's trying to do something with it looks like chronoton radiation of some sort. And we don't know what I don't know why he's doing it. He's aiming it at an empty part of the Bajoran system. But it would definitely cross the border into Cardassian controlled space and probably cause an incident if we let him get this shot off. I don't know what he's planning on doing with it, though.
I'm going to look at the chief engineer and in my best Commander Riker voice say, "Well, lock him out then."
Okay. You flip. He does this. McLaren, we're going to need dice against dice. You encountered resistance, and Pendleton, Combe, Tharaldon just says,
What is wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?
There seems to be some tetracyanide decryption, but I should be able to compensate with nonlinear phase sustainers.
Did you just bust open the Star Trek buzzword thesaurus?
I looked up a technobabble thing.
You're damn straight you should.
The whole website.
Let that be a lesson to all players. Lock that down. Get that on your list. Get that on your.
It's called
get that on the
Treknobabble,
list.
isn't it?
Get your Treknobabble.
Mhm.
Yep. What we're gonna do is dice against dice, and he's got the chief engineer's got like he's only gonna use 2 dice, and he's got a 15. And what you've got is you've got science and either reason or daring.
Let me look. My science is 5. Reason. Oh, my daring's reason is 10, science is 5, so 15.
Okay, so it's gonna be pretty close. It's whoever gets the most successes.
How long do we roll for?
You just roll as many dice as you roll, and whoever gets the most successes wins. And you can buy dice if you want to succeed at this task, override the lockouts and kill everyone on the ship.
Okay, I don't want to buy dice.
Oh no, I'm just kidding about the killing everyone on the ship.
Oh, okay. In that case, I want to buy 1 dice.
Okay. I forget. All right, I'm gonna take this off the pool. Let me know if I got my math wrong or right. Thanks, Nathan. All right, so I'm gonna roll my top 2 dice or my dice, and then you roll your 3 dice,
Okay.
and we'll see what happens. Well, he got 0 successes.
I got
He was not
112 and 4.
112 and 4. All right, so you got all the dice, which means you got 4 successes. I think we decided that if it goes dice against dice, it just evaporates because we're just having ridiculous amounts of numbers. But yeah, this guy might have been an instructor at the academy, but he did not know math, apparently. So he did not get there either in time or with sufficiently complicated encryption to stop you in kind of full Borg mode. By the way, Pendleton, as you're entering the last command, he just starts losing his mind. Yeah. And he just flames and destroys 2 of 3 in just a gout of flame.
I'm gonna see him doing that.
Yeah, he's got palpable.
I will not be destroyed. I will not be stopped. All must burn.
I'm just gonna yell at him. Why did you do that? You didn't have to do that. I'm helping you.
Because I could.
That's gonna piss me off. So I'm gonna start working. I'm gonna continue to do what I'm doing, but on the back end, I'm gonna do like a fail safe so that it'll fire, but then it will immediately like go out, like burn out everything.
Okay. Can I? Oops, I'm sorry. The bad guy is advising you.
All right. Could you make a science and insight roll, please?
Okay, science is 5, insight is 9, so that's 14.
Yep. You just need one. You need success for a GM hint.
Okay. Got 7 and 9. I got 2.
Okay, so you got a good old roll from another board. You got another board reference. So you're wondering why chronoton radiation, and you're starting to think about like non-corporeal life forms, and in your little Borg Riffley catalog, because you're starting to access that part of your brain again. That various forms of radiation can be harmful to non-corporeal life forms.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna flood.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. You're totally there. I was gonna go into a fucking lore dump. Never mind.
So I was gonna say, like, I will note it. I will. Do I know what radiation harms? Is it just a general radiation for all, or is there a specific one for
you?
Film?
Yeah. This is where we go. All right. Yeah. If you want to spend another point of momentum, I can give you some rationale. Or if you want to use up one of the freebies that you generated, because you generated 2, you can use up one more.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll use up the freebie.
He did mention I'm going to destroy those who imprisoned me. Right? I'm going to get rid of those that imprisoned me. So he's been imprisoned. He's pointing the thing at empty space, and he's going to flood it with some radiation.
Oh, so it's the same radiation that would, because the people that imprisoned him were like Tim.
Yeah.
So the same radiation would hurt him.
Yeah. That's within.
Okay.
That's in my brain well within the Star Trek leap of plot.
Yes. So I'm going to continue with that knowledge. I'm going to continue working, but instead of working on the beam, I'm going to work on a force field containment around them, and then I'm going to flood it with that radiation if it's possible.
Sure.
That's something I can do.
Yep. Throw in engineering and science, and I'm going to flip back to Nathaniel. Damn it! Are you guys willing to hang for a few more minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry about this broadcast, but we're on a roll, man. We got some rescue. We got some plots to resolve. Okay, my melt hell. Bray'tor, I know this is going to be a long time coming. He is there, and he's going to start trying to grab Reltaok. I kind of wanted all these plots to intersect at the same time. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry.
We're getting close, man.
Like I said, I have a plan for this. I planned for this.
That should be your new value, by the way.
I pull Reltaok behind me, and using my Architects of Fate chip that you gave me last game.
Yeah.
I'm cashing it in.
Okay.
The second half of the story goes how the gods brought forth a second heart. So a Vulcan heart comes out. And
oh, man. Oh.
They basically go on either side of the creature and start pulsing. Basically, kind of like pounding him into a smaller creature. And then, as the final hurrah, a Vulcan Kishara basically imprisons him.
Okay, I gotcha.
I don't think you're going to find a proper thing on your toolbar to make a Kishara, but
I'll go with one of these. I'll do what I can. I work with what I got.
Improvise.
Office supplies are my specialty.
Yeah, the two.
We got the little Vulcan heart, which is that color. Klingon heart, which is as mauve as it's ever been. There we go. That's Klingon blood. That's
yeah. It buffers this creature down to its smallest, and then a spiritual Kishara imprisons the creature, and it's fine. Bray'tor's final words are, "You are not a god. You are just a parasite. Parasites get trapped and are forgotten."
Okay. What I need you to do is roll to essentially disengage from this. So that's going to be your determination plus half determination, and to kind of pull Reltaok out with you, because you're kind of pulling his mind to the front. Because what's happening now? If I'm going to make sure I give you the way this is. This is all still happening kind of within Reltaok. Yeah. So you've trapped this thing inside of his mind.
Oh no! It's actually coming with me. I'm going.
Oh, you're gonna take him. Okay, so that's you're gonna like do the Care Bear heart that it's a Kishara stone.
The Kishara is gonna imprison the thing, and then
out of your heart, and then come into your heart. Okay.
Then it's gonna come to me. I'm going to be the prison for this creature.
Okay. Oh, God. I'm going with this.
Let the beating of the two hearts keep this thing imprisoned for as long as I live.
Yeah,
or until I can get at it.
That's gonna be interesting. Invermethicin, I've heard, will work. Okay, so let's do that. You still need determination and half determination and 3 successes to kind of pull you and Reltaok kind of a bit out of yourself. Essentially, you're going to have to leave a reality and a mind meld at the same, because there's some stuff where you've just taken the thing that's creating the reality and kind of jammed it into yourself. So it's a little Escher thing going on.
Okay.
So yeah, pull that together.
So how many? So what do I? Okay, so
3 successes.
I need 3 successes.
And it's your determination plus half determination is your target. Is it your mind meldy?
Yeah. Okay. So we have current determination.
Not determination. I'm sorry, daring.
Okay, so my
I
determination plus
apologize.
my half would be 17,
16.
16, 17. Okay.
It's dropped a fraction if you don't mind.
And would any of my focus? Would my one focus of improvisation work?
I'm gonna let you just deal with this straight.
Okay. Can I buy a die?
Sure.
Okay.
Where did we leave the die
So
at?
I have to be. So I have to be a 16 at least.
Yep. Shouldn't be a problem.
You're right about that. 2 3s and a 14. 2 3s and a 14.
All right. So you popped out of there to a very surprised medical crew.
It's like
yeah, you wake up and scare the living crap out of them all. So yeah, you've made that, and then the
after reading what Vulcan Mind Meld actually does, it's draining me, and I'm like, ugh.
Oh yeah, it's definitely got you collapsy. But Reltaok is on the ground, very much the worse for wear. But you're also on the ground, a bit the worse for wear. But you know, it's Star Trek medicine, and we flip back around to where did I leave you off, bro?
They're all in engineering.
There you go. You're all in engineering. You see McLaren doing things. He's made it past the locks, and he's talking about and Jaxel says he's decided that he's reconfiguring something to move the chronoton radiation into this chamber. He's surrounding himself with it.
Surrounding himself with it?
Yeah, it's like he's isolated his own biosigns, and he's aiming I don't know what he thinks he's doing with a chronoton radiation beam, but he's aiming it at himself.
Is that going to hurt him?
It shouldn't. I mean, it's minor. It'll reset his components. But
Well,
what the heck is wrong?
His components obviously aren't functioning properly as they are.
Jaxel is, yeah, she got me there.
Does he pose any damage to the ship or us?
No, not as long as he stays there and doesn't mess with anything else in the deflector dish. But it's weird that he reoriented it so quickly.
I mean, I'm curious. Are you?
Oh, yeah, I think we could. Do you think we just let it ride?
Let's see what happens. Just monitor him. If anything goes awry, I want to be, I want to be prepared. You keep your eyes on that panel thing.
He who governs best governs least is my. Yeah. So what we do is, McLaren, you are not being. Whoops, sorry.
My other
You're
option
not being
was to shoot him. So.
Yeah, you got only a couple options. Pendleton. McLaren. Pendleton suddenly gets not irate, but actually seems pained as you're doing your configurations, and begins and the Pendleton facade begins breaking down and starting to look more like a column of fire.
I'm just going to notice that. I'm going to notice that it's working, so I'm going to increase power to the beam. How about that?
Oh, you didn't tell me you turned it on already. Okay, yes, now that makes more sense. Ah! And
it's on.
And it's on.
And he just flashes into a disintegrated. The flames just disperse. 3 of 3 disappears, and you wake up. You wake up standing. Where are you standing? Yeah, right here. And you,
there,
yeah, and you wind up standing right here with no flames around your head this time.
Oh,
And
I'm awake
and Commander
now.
Pendleton is having a sneezing. Commander Morgan is having a sneezing fit.
COVID, man.
Oh, right. But yeah, that's your but you wake up now. And also no one was scanning for another life form because there's no reason to. But you wake up here in a deflector control.
It'll just look around. Be like, and I have a headache. Oh, how did I get here? What am I doing?
I was hoping you could tell us.
Commander Pendleton, not Commander Pendleton, trying to escape. And then, so I'm going to point to the coordinates on the panel because I'm assuming they're still there. Were they really there, or is it just in the dream?
You had entered the coordinates to the place and then reset them to your location. So yeah, there's a record of everything. Whatever you did in there really did show up out here.
Okay, so I'm going to pull up the coordinates again, and I'm going to say, trying to go here. I'm just going to point at it because I'm still kind of not feeling well, obviously. And then I'm just going to point to them, and I don't know if he sees them or not. But...
Yep. Commander Morgan, do you have a what's your con? Can you fly ships?
Yeah, cons 2. No, yeah.
Cons 2. Let's go with reason and con.
Oh boy, that's an 11. How many successes do we need here?
Let's just go with 1. Let's say you got a star chart in front of you.
All right. Yeah, there ain't nothing anywhere on my sheet that's going to apply to this. I got 1 success, a 6 and a 14.
That's all you needed. Those coordinates are very much within the Bajoran star system. It is an empty zone, but it is noted to be like the Bermuda Triangle of their system. Like all kinds of dumb shit happens there.
Okay.
So that's the only. Yeah, those are coordinates, and then you look it up and see that. Hey, this is there's legends and things from Bajor, because you did actually study the Bajoran history because you're undercover operative.
Right.
So you're aware that region of space isn't haunted, but it's something odd happens out there, and there is a hint that because you know more about the prophets, right? So you can start laying out that the prophets are said to live in that region of space.
Okay. I'm going to bank that information in the back of my head because I have a focus called Underground Networks. And I want to, and I kind of want to use that as kind of off to the side when I'm away from anybody, just to kind of see if anything's happening in that area.
Oh, okay, I get you. Okay, and what I'm going to do is declare a thank you for this story, everybody. You've defeated your first non-corporeal creature that we can't have a name for yet. And yeah, there you are. What I want to do is say thanks everybody for watching, and to let you know that we've got a lot more things happening this week. If I can find my freaking script, which I guess I can't. There we go. There's a lot happening on the show, on the channel. Tuesday at 7 p.m. There's Conan. Where Are We? The party comes to a meteor crater around the titanic hand of a deeply buried obsidian statue with a piece of the sleeping god in their hands. Well, where are they? Then Wednesday, Adenia season 3, maybe. I don't have a description, so go check the Discord. Thursday, we're off. And then on Friday, Cookie Trek, Echoes of Allegiance. As the fragile peace between the balance between peace and conflict with the Romulan Empire teeters, the crew delves into the complexities of loyalty amid a high-stakes diplomatic confrontation aboard the USS Fan Service. Come and help us tell this story or just make up an entirely different one. This Friday with Simon T. Cat and Rufus T. Robot on Cookie Trek. And then Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern, Tomb of Annihilation, Uncounted Eggs. Shrek has a short-term memory loss. Eladine has a new kobold follower, and The Cure has more masks. Kenneth has jokes for days. Jaeger has a corpse of a massive boar's head to examine, and Scrod has a game of I Spy to finish. Join us this Sunday to see what lies within the sarcophagus of the Froghemoth god, Club Lausanne. And then this Monday, we'll be playing our sister game, which is Star Trek Back in Business, the 76th Rule. And the crew is surrounded by desperate groups of mercenaries converging on the ship. And I'm hoping Broadcast has a thing for us. Right? Oh, good. We're rating.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. And thanks, players.
Thanks for hanging with us.
Thanks for hanging with
Yes.
us. Oh, I'm sorry. It was
good.
Just wanted to get you through this because it was like, come on, we can do this. That was some seriously weird shit. Congratulations, everybody. Yeah. Thanks for letting me take two of you on a body walk around.
I'm getting out of here, y'all.
All right, please get some sleep, Drew. Thank you for staying up so late.
Hi, Drew.
All right. Hey guys, thanks. Nathaniel, thanks for thinking of some really interesting stuff. We'll work through the determination points to make sure I understand it. It was great that you turned the architect chip back, which was hilarious. It was like, God, I wanted you to use that on the other guy. Okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, I did intend to use it on the other story, but for what I wanted to use it for, I wasn't. It was strongly hinted I do not use it for that. So.
Well, part of it is it's up to the GM in the game.
Yeah.
How it gets used, and I think he wound up using it himself, didn't he?
No.
He used it on somebody.
Let's just put it this way. The tiefling that we ran into in the